as Dr. Cohn said, that I'm the founder of quantum neurology, and quantum neurology is an advanced neurological rehabilitation system. And we evaluate and correct every major nerve in the body. So we provide what I call nervous system guided care. And in a nutshell, what that means is that we evaluate the nervous system's functions and we make corrections depending on what the patient's own nervous system is telling us through the testing that we do. And we evaluate strength, we evaluate the senses, the 5 senses, and we also evaluate the organs. And I developed this work because of my wife's moderate spinal cord injury. And because of these techniques that I developed, she's had a full recovery. And we've had countless people that have benefited from this work. And, you know, we use this technique on people with the wide range of issues, anywhere from quadriplegics all the way to elite performance athletes, and, of course, everyone in between. And what we've done with this work is we've evaluated the nervous system. We've learned how to measure all the functions and parameters of the nervous system. And it's really useful when we're given a tool such as the 0-point energy wand, and we're able to evaluate it against the nervous system and see how the nervous system responds to it. And it's just truly exciting, and I'm so proud to be a part of this movement because I truly feel there's a new technology that is going to revolutionize the way that people heal their bodies. You know, just to give you a few short stories, when I first was introduced to this, Dr. Cohn gave me a call and said, "Hey, Doc, you have to check this out." I drove 2 hours out of my way to see a demonstration, and immediately I saw Mr. Sam Adams, you know, what we call wanding over somebody who's in obvious pain. And her pain just seemed to melt right in front of our eyes as he was wanding over her head with a clockwise fashion, you know, good maybe a foot and a half away from her without even touching her. And for me, it wasn't that big of a stretch because I've been using light therapy for the past 10 years to make neurological corrections. And so for me, it was like, well, you know, there must be some sort of energy being emitted from this device, although I cannot visibly see it. But that's what I perceived from visualizing what was happening. And so I borrowed a wand from somebody next to me, and I had recently torn my calf muscle. And I was already about 80% recovered. In about 30 seconds of wanding over my calf muscle, I was immediately able to do a one-legged calf raise and to push off with that leg, which I had not been able to do even 30 seconds before. And then I turned to the person next to me. I started doing neurological evaluations and then using the wand to make neurological corrections. It afforded us immediate neurological change. And that's something that I've only seen light therapy do before. So that was very exciting for me. And since then, just to give you a few stories, we've investigated this technology. Dr. Cohn and myself, we actually recently came back from Singapore where this technology was developed. And we met with the owner of the company as well as the inventor of this technology and all the people who run the infrastructure of this company and this technology. And I was truly impressed. I was truly impressed with the technology that we have in front of us and this new understanding of how the body can be stimulated to heal. Just a couple quick stories. When I was in Singapore, I had the pleasure to meet a young little girl, 4 months old, and she was had what's called Bell's palsy on one side of her face. That means there was paralysis on one side of her face. And on that same side arm, on the left side, her arm had an Erb's palsy, which has a certain deformity to it. And they were debating on whether they should be using surgery or not at that point. And thankfully, the doctor that she was working with was able to get some recovery of function. She was able to lift her arm up, but still remained with the Bell's palsy and the paralysis in the arm. And after 2 sessions using exclusively this technology, nothing else, and just the understanding of the nervous system, we were able to recover her face as well as her arm function and her hand function. And she's, you know, feeding herself and playing with her left arm now, and visibly not noticeable in the face paralysis, which is really exciting.